Happy Thursday, Flosstube. Hello, crafty friends. How's everybody doing today? My name's Caroline. Welcome back to my channel. This is a Flosstube vlog style video. I will take you through a little bit of my day today. Today is very full, but I'm doing something super fun at work today, and I thought you might like to see as well. I had a customer request yesterday from Denise, and we get those sometimes here at Evertote, and I thought that I need to take some pictures. It's a request like this requires that the customer has some options, and so I thought, because I was going to be taking photos or a little bit of video for Denise anyway, that I would share it with you, what I'm doing. So Denise is looking for a few mini hanks. Mini hanks are larger quantities of floss that we sell. They're, what are they? I think they're 42 grams. They're approximately 23 or 24 cards worth, in between 22 and 24 cards worth of floss. The actual amount is listed in the listings on the website. And also Denise sent me a picture of a long dog sampler that she has started working on in one of a kind flosses called Midnight, and she sent me a picture. This is Saga by Long Dog Samplers, and she's stitching this on the 40 count gray linen from Weeks Dye Works. And yeah, nothing like a good long dog sampler. Monochrome for days. I mean, seriously, these kind of requests are my favorite because they're all about dreaming of the project and the process of choosing, and this actual stitching is just such a treat. So, so let me just read you what Denise is interested in, looking for, and then we'll dig through the bins and we'll see what we've got. She says, as you know, I love a fantastic blue in any shade. Some examples would be blue in the face, or deep dive, Great Lakes, or a lighter blue like Porpoise. I also really like Cousin It, or for the darker ones as well. I've been considering branching out and doing one in a green, like Dark Sage, or even Dirty Martini. Not a green, but not Halloween swamp green either. Something to break up stitching blues for 1,000+ years. Green and Barrett might be interesting, but it's coming off really dark, almost black on my computer. Yes, Green and Barrett. We discussed Green and Barrett yesterday. That was the super, super, super dark green floss that I was replacing on my black linen. So yes, it does definitely have, it's the darkest green that we have. When you're stitching it, you can tell it has a green, it's a green tone, but it's definitely very, very dark. We could have fun and mix the blue green for Jungle Nights. Jungle Nights is a blue green that we carry. Finally, nothing says giant mono samplers like a deep dark red. It's hard to tell on the computer, but Falou Red and Merlot seem like contenders. Yes, I would agree. For large red samplers, my personal favorite is Falou Red. I just love the variegation in it, and it's not like it's not slap you in the face variegation, but it's beautiful variegation. Another great sampler red, Inappropriate, really classic red. Lucille is our Christmas red, and Merlot is kind of how would I describe Merlot? It's kind of in between Inappropriate and Falou Red. I know they're difficult to describe, but anyways, nothing like a good red. So we'll have a little look. So that is the ask. So now we're gonna go and dig through the bins, because you see, Denise wanted to know if we had anything in the shop that maybe was, you know, hidden away, tucked away in a corner, being saved for good, and not listed on the website. We always have things tucked away in hidey holes around here at the Evertote workshop. We have hanks of floss that are not released because we have Floss Club, and we reserve the remainders of Floss Club for a few months. And then once our Floss Club subscribers have had their pack, they get a couple of months ahead of time then we release the floss into the website. But sometimes it's more than 2 months because we're you know, as you've seen, there's a lot happening around here. So sometimes it can take us 3 to 4 months before Floss Club colors make it to the catalog. And many of them are one-of-a-kinds. And so some of these hanks that I'm going to be showing you today, that's all we've got. They're non-repeatable. But our large hanks, the hanks that I get them from Carrie, they come in, they yield approximately 70 cards per hank. Carrie takes, if we choose to break down a hank into a mini hank, she takes that to the woman who winds the floss off the cones into the ready to be dyed by her. She takes them back to her and she reskeins them into mini hank form. So we don't actually dye our mini hanks as amounts. We dye them in the large format and then we break them down into 3 mini hanks. This evenly distributes the dye throughout the hank that the customer receives, just like it would if you were receiving one of our 8-yard skeins. And so the variety in the hank is different. Lost my train of thought there. Luna just knocked into my stand, which tipped over something else, which then tipped something else over. Oh, honey. Yuck, you just slobbered all over my jacket. Okay, go lie down. I know you're a good girl. Go lie down. Mid-thought. So, I'm not quite sure where I was in discussing with you about the mini hanks. But anyways, enough discussion. Let's go look at some floss. And I'll show you what we've got hiding away.
So I've divided up the mini hanks that I would have available into color groups, color families. So we're going to start with reds. I've got 2 great choices already mini hanked up. As you can see, we've got Fallow Red on the left, which is the one that I tend to gravitate towards when I think of red samplers. And then on the right, we have Lucille, which I just think is the absolute perfect Christmas red. So those are the 2 reds that we've got available at the moment in hank form. Moving into the greens, we've got all different kinds of varieties here. This is the most, I've got 2 super variegated flosses in hank form to show you today. This is the first of those. It's called Tempest. This was from a floss club from a few months back, and I thought you'd like to see what it looks like when it's skeined up. So that variegation in there is just so pretty. Really beautiful blue-green. And this is what it looks like in hank form. So when we break this down into mini hanks, it would look a whole lot more like what you see here on the card. The other sort of blue-green that I have, and I only have one, it's the last one left, it's a one-of-a-kind. This was a mist dye for our color called Sage. And as you can see, it's got quite a bit more variegation in it than our regular Sage does. And it was just so beautiful. So it wasn't a mistake, it was a happy accident, but I only have one left. This is the last one. So that's called Sage-ish. One of a kind. That's what OOAK is, one of a kind. There it is, nice close up there. Moving into the more yellow greens, we have Sorrel. This is a one of a kind, I believe. Sometimes Carrie can recreate these things if she puts her mind to it and tries hard enough. She'd laugh if she heard me say that. So this one is in the in the shop already, listed as sorrel. Beautiful variegation in this. Then we've got bok choy. These two look gorgeous together. I only have 3 of these left. This is a one of a kind for sure. And then we have one lonely little mini hank of Grinch. This is leftover from Holiday Countdown last year. Such a fun color. It's a surprising one when you go to stitch it. It's beautiful. So that's Grinch. Now what's not in the shop at the moment, I'll tell you a little bit more about my plans in just a minute. Denise mentioned Dirty Martini. Well, guess what? I've got a big hank of Dirty Martini here, which we can easily break down into 3 mini hanks. So Dirty Martini was a Floss Club color from a few months back. Has some amazing variegation in it. It's so pretty. And I only have 1 hank, so there will be 3 mini hanks available. All right, let's move into the blues. All right, so that's dump trucks outside, construction noises. You might hear those throughout. The one blue that we have in our shop that is a really big favorite is this one here. It's called Planetarium. This is a staple in the Roxy Floss collection. It's a beauty. I only have, at the moment, I only have 1 physical mini hank in stock, but generally I can get these from Carrie within a couple of weeks. So we're pretty quick to ship them out once we've got them. So I do have inventory listed in the shop, but it might take us a couple weeks to get it to you. Planetarium. It's my favorite dark blue with a purple undertone. It's gorgeous. Okay, now the following hanks that I'm showing you are all unreleased floss that I'm going to put in the shop as 3 mini hanks per. So this first one here, this was one of our Floss Club neutrals from May. The neutrals pack that month is really funny. It was based on a shirt that Carrie was wearing for one of our Flosstube videos. It was a Liberty print, and it was a beautiful golds and blues, dark blues, beautiful blouse, and she designed that entire month's Floss Club, the neutral pack, around her shirt. So this was one of the blues from that pack, and the name on this is called Ruddy Duck. Those of you who have your May Floss Club floss pack will have a skein of this. So there will be 3 mini hanks of that. This gorgeous dark gray blue is called Ominous. This was a Floss Club Bright from July. So just this past July. I love this color. I'm pretty sure this is repeatable, and you'll be seeing it in the collection later this year. So we'll have 3 mini hanks of that. This one is so fun. This is called Mermaid. This is a one of a kind. This is a bright blue, and if I bring it up close, you can see there is a speckle in it. Let's see if I can get it to show. Can you see? There's a really delicate speckle all the way throughout. I'm not sure the camera is picking it up well enough, but it's that dark blue speckle in there. No, I'm not sure I can get that. Anyway, it's called Mermaid. It's beautiful. I've got 3 mini hanks, and that'll be it. So now we can move into the more tealy blues. All 3 of these hanks are from, I want to say, I think this is June Floss Club. These were the 3 of the hanks from the Brights collection. And the names of these, I had to look these up. These, Hannah, as usual. Hannah is the one who names 99.9% of our floss. And we always get a kick. Floss naming day is always a lot of fun around here. So this first one is called Blue Raspberry. It's gorgeous. One of my favorite colors, this teal. this lighter one here that looks absolutely perfect with it. Now let me show you. You see that? Cyan Aura. Get it? Sayonara. Ha ha. And this is the other heavily variegated one I was telling you about. This one is called Opposites Attract. I do not have a card of it scanned up with me right now, but you can imagine it's just like Tempest. It's going to look, you know, a little bit different once you get it on the card. Beautiful colors together. All right, now I know Denise didn't ask for purples, but I can't help myself. I have to show you some purples. There we go, that's better. I remembered to hit the record button this time. Okay, I know this looks like a giant pile of spaghetti, but in front of you, this is actually 8 gigantic hanks of floss. And I'm really excited about this palette. This was, Hannah mentioned to Carrie that we were really missing this line of purples from the regular collection. So what you see in front of you is what we're working on putting into the regular collection as of the middle of August, give or take. We've got to, you know, get through the Modern Folk Embroidery retreats and recover from that afterwards. But yeah, sort of mid to end October, we're going to be adding these into the regular collection. But before that, there's no reason why we couldn't do mini hanks of these. So these colors were based upon Floss Club color. Hannah, you said this was from January? Thistle While You Work? She's not answering me. She's not listening to me. She's in the other room. Oh, she's got her headphones on. Okay.
Thistle While You Work?
Thistle While You Work. Was that from January?
That's from January.
January Floss Club. Okay. So you can see that it's this beautiful variegated sort of blue purple there. And so the colors that we wanted to add into the collection were sort of these tones. So we have got a dark version, a medium version, a medium light, and a light version. These do not have names. So I am going to list them in the shop only as mini hanks and only 3 of each. Dark blurple, medium blurple, light blurple, lightest blurple. I know that's really scientific. They don't have their proper names yet, but come middle to end of October they will. But they're just gorgeous. I couldn't resist throwing them into the mix. Just in case, Denise, that you didn't know that you really wanted purple in your life. So, all right. Let me flip the camera around and we'll have a chat. Who are wondering, for those of you who were wondering, I did not eat Daniel's secret stash. It's still there. I'm upstairs to put away a couple of those hanks. I thought you might like to see the floss overage room. So this is where we store, where we store all of the floss that's extra before it goes down on the wall. It's a room that has no windows, so it's free of sunlight and kept in bins to keep it nice and clean. All of that floss there. No, Luna has to stay out of this room. That is all of our floss needed for the Jacobpalooza retreat. And over here we have colors. Here we have the colors that have been in the Floss Club the last couple of months that need to be listed on the website and released. So yeah. Okay, so it is, oh my gosh, it's already 1 o'clock. I thought I was gonna look at my watch, it was gonna be 11:30. It's 1 o'clock. I honestly don't know how that happened. Seriously, I'm slightly shocked. Right then, well, so I apologize. Today was all about shop stuff, but that's what I do here every day. That's my work, and I did not get any stitching done last night. I did get a little bit of knitting on my sock, but not enough progress to really show you today. I mentioned a few days ago that John was leaving today with his dad for the next couple of weeks. They're going to be heading up north, and so we just
we hung out last night and we went out to breakfast this morning before I came to work, which was really nice. Super early. We I think we got to the restaurant at like 10 after 7. It's our favorite time because it's so quiet and we can have a nice breakfast and then get to work pretty much on time. So that was really nice. So he's on his way now, and my daughter Sarah is coming home this evening. Sarah's been working down in Houston for the last 6 weeks, and that job at that particular place where she was is now done. The work she does it's a little bit difficult to describe, but the company that she works for sends their staff sort of all over the place doing the work that they do. So the last 6 weeks she was in Houston. I think she's headed to Milwaukee next week for the next 6-week stint. She said there was some debate whether it was going to be Milwaukee or Denver. We're not quite sure yet, but she's home this weekend. She's coming home tonight, and so I'm hoping to leave work a little bit early today so that I can hang out with her this evening. It's been a little while since I saw her. So on that note, I think I'm gonna wrap this up today and say goodbye. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. I'm a little bit behind in answering my comments, so I should really try to make sure that I haven't missed anything the last few days. But I hope that you're well, and I hope that you're safe, and I hope that you have some stitching to enjoy this evening. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching.